So I'm here, Shamini from Shamini Films, and I'm going to do an Instagram critique and curation for the Eternal Hostess, who is my friend Alec. Eternal Hostess, go follow her right now. She is bomb. She plans events, weddings, food. She's starting this blog, and it is August in 2017, so I'm excited to see where she goes, but we're just at the beginning. And obviously, using Instagram for social media, she's going to be focused on how this looks as an overall presentation. Often what happens is people will see one photo and it's great, but when it comes to following you, they usually go to your Instagram and they see the top 9 images, 9 or 12. So there's trends from a photographer's eye. I see blue, 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 white, 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 white. There's a little bit of green in the trees, green in the food, green in the food. That's it with the green. There's gray writing, kind of blackish gray text. Gray shadows in the eggs, gray shadows or gray trees, gray marble and computers. This is obviously black and white, so there is gray and black involved. That leaves us with blue, white, and gray. So if that is what she's going for as a brand, what I notice immediately as distractions are the green and yellow of the food here. This would be fine if there was more yellow, right? So we look for the yellow. Okay, there's yellow here in the wood. The background of this picture, there is yellow here in this coffee. There's not enough of the yellow. I want more yellow to come in and complement. So I have created a mock Instagram, and I've also gone on Pinterest to find some photos that are just related to what she does. Food, plates, parties, that kind of stuff. I was looking for pictures that had blue and white, and then little pops of yellow. You notice that there are also different shades. There's the soft blue of these cups, the teal blue of these plates, and the vibrant blue here of these cups. They do not all go together. On the one hand, you could say, hey, they're all shades of blue. Is blue enough of a criteria to make your Instagram look cohesive? And my gut instinct in this case is no. From what we saw, and here is her Instagram as it currently stands, it's a little bit softer, not this electric, right? And it's also not the pale teal. She's actually doing more of this kind of blueberry color. Let's start with her photos. Now we're adding Pinterest photos. Can you tell the difference between the 6 photos at the top versus the 6 photos at the bottom? The first thing that comes to mind, one, is the quality of the photo. You can tell that the top 6 photos are probably iPhone. These are more professional level. The way to solve that is to hire a professional photographer or become one yourself. The other thing that you'll notice, the pictures of Alex's on the top are very close up. Here's a cup and here's a cup. This cup has plain blue background. This background down here on these hot chocolates is also relatively simple. It's just a tablecloth and some wood. But because the tablecloth is there, it adds some texture and some depth. It looks like the cups are actually existing in reality versus against the plain wall. So it's just a little bit more interesting. And especially when we're creating lifestyle brands like this, like the point of Alex's blog is to help people imagine what would it be like if I could have my party look like this. And this kind of picture tells you that story. What would it be like if I could have hot chocolate on a table? My life would be so elegant, or whatever the goal is. Up here, there's not much lifestyle happening. It's just, hey, this is a cup. So to create that effect, you need to put it into scenery. This is an entire chopping board with multiple bowls, an entire basket of donuts. And you'll notice all 3 of these were taken directly from above. These 2 food photos, including the coffee, were taken at an angle. And the angle they were taken at, it looks like, is where Alex saw them from. So she's sitting at the table and she snaps a photo of her food. It might be more powerful for her to lift her camera up or to stand up and shoot down from bird's eye view to get an image that looks more like this. These fries here and this gray tablecloth, very similar actually to up here. She has sweet potato salad and gray cloth, but different angle. I pulled in a green photo because I knew that there was green on the sides of her dishes and in the trees here. I also included a photo of very yellow food here, but there were little bits of green in the dipping sauce. With this green photo here, the background, the table that it's on, is gray, so that complements over here, and there's a gray background. Okay, down here on this bottom row, I chose a kitchen and a table setting, because it's important to have different distances on your Instagram. You want them to have a feeling of opposition. One photo is close up, one photo is far away. It makes it easier for the human eye to be able to process it. Because if everything is up close, like if you look at these photos here, it gets a little bit flat. And it's helpful having photos like this that pull the eye away, and then it feels like you're telling a story, because in one photo you're far away and the next photo you're close up. So it kind of feels like, hey, here's my kitchen. Here's a look at what's inside my kitchen. Here's my table. Here's a look at what's on my table. Like far away, close up, far away, close up. Then in this kitchen, I did choose multiple different kitchens when I was shopping on Pinterest. Here, let's put this one in. This could work. This photo goes nicely with these blue colors, but I thought that it was more powerful having the other one, because the other one had that hint of the yellowy orange that you pick up here in the donuts and the fries and the food and the coffee. So let's put that one, actually let's put it over here. So this one versus this one, I think this one ties in better with the coloring and the feeling. This one is more neutral, so this would look better. For the sake of experimenting, let's change it all up and throw in photos that are neutral and do not have the yellow. Okay, so just blue and white photos without yellow. This is the example of when you only do the neutrals. Let's throw in photos that don't fit with our rules. But instantly, like the Instagram has just kind of fallen apart a little bit. It's not as cohesive compared to, let's zoom back. There, you're like, oh, okay, we're doing the blue-gray thing. Let's add in the blue-gray images that have orange now. This is all neutral, but where's my little bit of orange? Lucky for me, I have a picture off of Pinterest with the girl that has very orange skin. So she's wearing blue and white, but her skin has that orangey warmth that we get from the pancakes. Similar here, this is a photo that's all blue and white, but where's that little bit of orange that we want? There's the little bit of orange, right? This picture is lacking in orange. How about here? Blue and orange photos, and now we got some green. So every photo now has a gray or blue with a little bit of orange and maybe a little bit of green. The table's not orange, but it has like a warm, woody feeling, kind of like her skin, it's in the brown family. See now how this kind of has more pop and vibrance to it, and the bottom row is looking more dull. Same colors, kind of, just slightly different shades of blue, and they're lacking the pop of orange. And wow, it's amazing when you throw it in there. Donuts, bring that orange back. Who doesn't want some donuts? And place setting with some orange in it. Perfect. That's gonna pull out the orange that's up here in the sweet potatoes and the tomatoes and the yellow here. The color of her skin matches the donuts, which matches the macaroons, which kind of matches the coffee, which kind of matches the wood box, which matches the toast, which kind of matches the stems here and the wood, which matches the wood here, which matches the wood here, which matches her skin, which matches the pancakes, which matches these sweet potatoes, which reflect down here to this orange table. And there's greenery here, and there's greenery here, and here, and here, and a little bit there, and a little bit there, and a little bit there, and a little bit there. Gray and white, gray, white, gray, white, gray, white. Gray in the background, gray and white plates there, gray background, gray background, gray background, gray background, gray background, gray plate, gray paper, blue paper, bluish colored tint in the paper here, blue jeans, blue cup, bluish, gray, blue jacket, blue counters. So, in other words, to make these now match, I noticed as I went through that this photo here was missing blue. So what if you put like a little blue napkin? Problem solved. And up here, this one was missing blue. So like what if these dips were in blue bowls? This photo here was missing orange. So what if you literally had an orange sitting right there on the cutting board? And that way you have your checklist that every single color appears in every single photo. So you can be strict about it, like every photo must have gray, and then it can have orange or blue, or something like that, any combo, but you have to be really consistent, and it needs to be the same shade and the same vibrancy, right? Like, as you can see down here, this bright blue on this napkin is very similar to the bright blue that's up here in this cup, which is very similar to the blue that's in her jeans. Now, the blue here on the cabinet is more similar to these cups. which is also more similar to her jacket. But they go along with the tablecloth, which is lighter, which goes along with this invitation paper, which is kind of stained and lighter. We're operating with 2 shades of blue, light, soft, neutral, and then a more vibrant, darker blue. And that's okay, because then you have variety. If they're the exact same blue all the time, perhaps that's too intense, you know? But if you have 20 different shades of blue, that's totally inconsistent. In one photo, like with the dark blue, the light blue is not present. And in this kitchen, the dark blue is not present. But then by posting this picture here that has light and dark blue together, this photo means that both of these photos can coexist because they're tied together like a little triangle, you see? So that's how we look at coloring when it comes to curation. This is universal. This is not just for Instagram. This can be used for your blog, for organizing photos on your website, for printing off photos and putting them around your house or on the walls of your office. Anytime you are having photos side by side and you want them to fit together harmoniously as a group, take a piece of paper, go through the photos one by one and say, what are all the colors that I see in this photo? And you do that for all of them. And then you go back and highlight and see what are the trends, which photos are missing, and how could we add that in or take it away. If you have any questions, let me know. My name is Shamini. I'm the owner and the filmmaker at Shamini Films. You can contact me at hello@shaminifilms.com. Oh, and don't forget to follow Alex, Eternal Hostess.